Have you ever wondered how the legendary samurai swords are made? These iconic blades, known as katanas, hold a significant place in the rich tapestry of Japanese culture. They are more than just weapons. They are symbols of honor, discipline, and artistry. These swords have a history that stretches back centuries, to a time when the samurai, the warrior class of feudal Japan, ruled the land. For these warriors, their sword was their soul, a spiritual extension that reflected their inner strength and resolve. Each katana is a product of painstaking craftsmanship, a testament to the blacksmith's skill and dedication. Yet it's not merely about shaping metal. The process involves a unique blend of tradition, science, and spirituality. The creation of a samurai sword is a journey, one that transcends the physical realm and ventures into the spiritual. Now let's delve into the fascinating process of creating these masterpieces. The samurai sword, or katana, starts with something very basic: iron. As simple as it sounds, the selection and preparation of iron sand is a crucial first step in the creation of these legendary blades. Iron sand, found abundantly in Japan, is rich in iron ore, making it the perfect raw material for the sword. The process begins with the smelter, a craftsman who plays a vital role in transforming this raw material into high-quality steel. The smelter heats the iron sand and charcoal in a clay furnace, reaching temperatures of up to 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This intense heat causes the iron to separate from the sand and combine with the carbon from the charcoal. The result? Tamahagan, a type of steel that is both tough and flexible, qualities that make it ideal for sword making. With the tamahagani ready, the real magic begins. And so, we move on to the next step in our journey: forging the blade. The skill of the swordsmith now comes into play. As we delve into the world of the samurai sword, we find ourselves at the forge, where the raw tamahagan is transformed into the blade of a legendary weapon. The process begins by heating the tamahagani until it's glowing hot. Then, using nothing more than a hammer and anvil, the swordsmith starts to work the metal. Each strike of the hammer helps to shape the sword, but it does more than that. It also compresses the metal, driving out any impurities and creating a stronger, more durable blade. Once the swordsmith is satisfied with the initial shape and purity of the metal, he begins the process of folding. This involves heating the metal again, then folding it back on itself and hammering it flat. This process is repeated up to 15 times. Each fold doubles the layers in the metal, creating a blade with thousands of layers. This gives the sword its unique grain pattern, like the rings of a tree, each one a testament to the skill and patience of the swordsmith. But the process is not just about creating a beautiful blade. By combining layers of hard, high-carbon steel with softer, lower-carbon steel, the swordsmith creates a weapon that is both sharp and flexible. The high-carbon steel forms the cutting edge of the blade, razor-sharp and capable of slicing through armor. The lower carbon steel forms the core of the blade, giving it the flexibility it needs to absorb the shock of battle without breaking. With each layer, each fold, each strike of the hammer, the swordsmith is not just forging a blade. He's creating a work of art, a symbol of the samurai spirit. Each blade is unique, its pattern as individual as a fingerprint, each one a testament to the skill and dedication of its creator. The blade now takes shape, but it is far from complete. The forging process has created a blade of exceptional quality, but there is still much work to be done. The journey of the samurai sword has only just begun. A samurai sword is renowned for its sharpness. Yet, how does a chunk of metal transform into a blade so sharp it can split a hair in two? The answer lies in the process of differential hardening, also known as yaki-ire. This unique method requires the swordsmith to carefully apply a special clay mixture onto the blade. The back of the blade receives a thicker layer while the edge gets a thinner one. When the blade is heated and then rapidly cooled or quenched, the areas covered by the thinner layer cool faster, creating a harder edge. The thicker clay layer cools slower, providing a softer, more flexible spine. This differential cooling causes the blade to curve, giving the samurai sword its iconic shape. The edge becomes as sharp as a razor, while the spine retains the flexibility to absorb shock during battle. The result is a weapon that's as deadly as it is beautiful. With the hardening complete, the sword is starting to reveal its deadly beauty. The creation of a samurai sword is not just physical, but also spiritual. An integral part of this process is the intricate art of polishing the sword. This isn't a task that's completed in a day or two. No, it's a labor of love that can take several weeks, sometimes even months. The polishing process is not just about achieving an aesthetically pleasing shine, it's about bringing out the subtleties of the blade, the layers of steel, and the unique patterns that are the signature of each individual sword. It's about revealing the soul of the sword. The swordsmith uses a series of increasingly finer stones for the polishing. Each stone has a specific purpose, and each step further refines the sword, enhancing its beauty and functionality. It's a meticulous process that requires patience, precision, and a deep understanding of the sword itself. But there's more to it than just the physical act of polishing. The swordsmith is not merely a craftsman, but also a spiritual guide. While the sword takes shape under his skilled hands, he also performs spiritual cleansing rituals. These rituals are deeply embedded in samurai culture and have been passed down through generations. These rituals are more than just tradition. They're a way of infusing the sword with positive energy, to cleanse it of any negative influences. They're a way of showing deep respect for the sword and acknowledging its significance. Remember, in samurai culture, the sword is not just a weapon. It's a symbol of the samurai's honor, courage, and discipline. Each ritual, each prayer, each stroke of the polishing stone contributes to the creation of the samurai sword. It's a process that goes beyond the physical, reaching into the spiritual and culminating in the creation of a masterpiece that is much more than the sum of its parts. And so, after much hard work and dedication, a samurai sword is born. It's not just a piece of metal. It's a work of art, a symbol of a warrior's spirit, and a testament to the skill and dedication of the swordsmith. It's the embodiment of the samurai spirit, a tangible representation of honor, courage, and discipline.